Federal police have revealed they're investigating an arson attack on a Victorian defence manufacturer last year as a potential act of far-left terrorism. Last July, arsonists snuck into Lovett Technologies in Melbourne's northeast and set fire to cars and sprayed graffiti on a building. It's the first time that police have investigated a far-left terror attack. Foreign Affairs reporter Stephen Jedgetts joins us now from Parliament House in Canberra. Stephen, what do we know about this attack?
Look, the bare details of the attack are still pretty much the same, Gemma. We know about as much as we knew last July when this was first reported. What's shifted is the way that the federal police are talking about this and the way that they're characterising it, calling it potentially at least an act of far-left inspired terror. Now, what do we know? Well, basically, this group snuck into the company in question, which has a role of some kind, apparently, in the F-35 process. That's effectively a vast global supply chain which feeds in materials from hundreds of companies and many countries into the F-35 fighter jet. The group in question said that made this company complicit with Israel's crimes in Gaza, as they put it, because the F-35 has been used by the Israeli Defence Force. And so they released a video which came to air not long after this arson attack, effectively warning the company that it was complicit, that it will continue to be targeted because of its involvement in Israel's aggression, and saying not only that other people should also take action similar to them. So, for example, in this video, there was a video that was put up effectively encouraging other people and showing people how to pull together incendiary devices. Now, the government was obviously worried about this at the time, but now we've got the AFP, ASIO and Victorian police coming out and saying that they have deemed it, at least potentially, as a far-left inspired terror plot or terror attack. Obviously, that means that if people are arrested and are found guilty, then they will face far higher penalties than they would if, for example, they were facing charges for things like criminal damage or arson, things of that nature. The Victorian Premier spoke about this not that long ago, Gemma. This is how he characterised what police have done and what he said it meant for Victoria.
This is deeply distressing. I've had an initial advice that the Australian Federal Police have deemed this a terrorist attack. That is frightening for any Victorian. Can I thank the Australian Federal Police, though, and VicPol for their work and their ongoing work in this matter, and they will have the resources and the support they need to get to the bottom of this.
Stephen, what is the significance of this announcement from police that they're investigating a potential far-left terror attack?
Well, look, Gemma, of course, bearing in mind that no charges have yet been laid, and of course, if there are terror charges attached to this, they will, of course, be tested in court. Nonetheless, it is a significant moment, at least potentially, because this is the first time that police have said they are now treating an alleged act of terror as one that is potentially motivated by a far-left ideology, or in this case, as they put it, a revolutionary or anarchist ideology. So, of course, there have been instances of far-right terror in Australia before. We've seen a lot of discussion, rightly so, on the emergence of far-right incidents and the emergence of the far-right, particularly in Victoria. But we've also been picking up signals from intelligence agencies from a while, both privately but also, from their public addresses, indicating that they are also concerned about radicalisation on the other side of the spectrum. We saw that from Mike Burgess at his address to the Lowy Institute last year. And what this seems to at least potentially confirm is that police now believe that they have enough evidence to make this statement, that at least this incident can be accurately described, if it's proven, of course, as an act of far-left terrorism. Now, of course, this comes against a broader backdrop that the government's been talking about for a while, about increasing levels of extremism and polarisation on all sides of the political spectrum. This could be an important marker in that evolution. But of course, we'll have to wait and see when and if the arrests are made and then what happens in court.
And what are the next steps for police?
Well, police are obviously working very hard on this. You get a real sense that they are determined to find the group that's responsible. You even get a sense from their release that they are beginning to get an idea of who might be behind it, although they obviously haven't yet reached the threshold where they're able to make arrests. But they're appealing for more information from the public. So, for example, they're saying that if anyone was in the area at the time and that they might have dash cam footage of the incident, if they can come forward, they say that would be helpful. They've also put out some more images from security footage, which shows at least the obscured faces behind sunglasses and hoodies of the people who made the video, taking responsibility for the arson attack. And they're basically urging people to come forward. But whether they are able to make arrests, we'll have to wait and see. Obviously, it's something that the AFP hopes they'll be able to do before too long.